Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. As you can see, I'm in my new setting. This is not going to be my permanent filming setup. This is just what I'm working with right now. This is the first time I'm filming in my new apartment. I'm in my bathroom because I don't even have a chair to sit on to film. And it's also like 1 a.m. so I don't even have daylight to sit like at my desk in front of my window. So I'm filming in my bathroom. Sorry if that creates an echo. I really hope it doesn't because I don't want to have to refilm this. But I just really needed to get this video, or I really wanted to film and get a video up because, sorry, my fingers are already cracking. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like, this is the first time I'm wearing makeup since being in my new place. I did an interstate move and it's been like 4 days since I've worn makeup, which is actually the longest. I'm rambling already, but that was the longest I ever went without wearing makeup since I started wearing makeup regularly like 4 years ago. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to get back into it, and this will be my 1 palette 2 looks for April, and the palette that I'll be using is my Sephora Dahlia from the Olive Bloom collection. I don't know why I said it like that. That sounded a little country. Yeah, this is one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. It's a all cream to powder formula, which I don't know how many times I can say it, but the Sephora collection, like the original cream to powder formula from this line, is, in my opinion, the best eyeshadow formula I've ever seen or used from any brand. And I so wish they would come back with this, but I recently tried the new one and that's good, but not as good as this one. So I figured this would be a good palette to use since I love it so much. I don't want to neglect it, and I think spring is a really great time to use this. Here's what the palette looks like. I'm not going to force myself, but I'll probably end up using all of the shades in this palette, but I guess we'll just see together at the same time what I end up doing. Okay, I opened my door up. Hopefully that helped with the echo a little bit, but I am not going to prime my eyelids. I usually do that, but this is the only formula, maybe like other cream to powder formulas as well, but especially this one, this is the formula that I do not have to set or use eyeshadow primer with at all in general. So I'm gonna skip that step. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush, which as you can see is completely clean because again, I have not been doing my makeup lately. I'm gonna use this shade and just kind of put it all over my lid, but literally just stopping at my eyelid and not taking it into the crease because I want to blend it out with this shade. I am planning on, if I have time, because again, I've been so busy, but if I have time, I want to do a Q&A about, or not a Q&A, like a chatty get ready with me where I talk about the move and kind of just like the basic stuff about it, like why I moved, where I moved. I'm gonna take that same color on this more pinched fluffy brush and put it on my lower lash line, but hopefully I'll be able to do that because I feel like there's so much to tell. Like I feel like at least once in every video I say something mysterious that like I can't explain, and I want to stop doing that. I'm trying real hard to only put this on one eye because I usually mess up and start just automatically doing the other, but like I said, I'm gonna take this shade, which is slightly lighter but still like a warm, very warm, like tannish brown, and I'm just gonna use that on the edges of that color, so basically, like I said, my transition. And oh my gosh, I love this palette so much. It's just so good and it's so pretty. Like I love this. Is also a really good palette for fall. I feel like spring or fall, this works just as well. And then again, on that pinched brush, I'm gonna put it on my lower lash line, but like, you know, just on the edge, slightly out a bit more. And even though I don't really need it, I'm just gonna use my NYX glitter primer anyway, just cause, and put this all over my eyelid. And surprise, surprise, I'm gonna use this shade all over my lid. I'm really not used to filming standing up. I think I used to like sometimes out of necessity back like maybe 2 years ago before I like really got my proper filming space kind of like established. Well, not anymore because I moved, but I used to film standing up sometimes, but like never with just open space. And then just with my pinky, I'm gonna take this kind of like metallic brown and use that on the outer corner. At first, I didn't like that this was in here because I was like, why are there just two dark browns and one's a metallic? Because like for my skin tone, I would never use that all over my lid. And I feel like, especially when I first started doing makeup, I would only ever use like shiny, sorry, I would only ever use shiny shades on like my general lid. But I discovered, I think sometime last year, that if I just use it on my outer corner instead of a matte shadow, it really just like makes everything blend in together so well. And I love the way it looks so much. It also makes things stick a lot better on my lower lash line because matte shadows never ever stay on my lower lash line. Even when I prime them with like eyeshadow primer, I have no idea why, but whenever I use a like metallic, more creamy formula, it doesn't last all day, but it lasts a lot longer. So that's what I'm gonna do on this pencil brush. And that's the first eye done, super quick because I didn't have to prime anything and they just blend so perfectly. So I'm gonna add some eyeliner and mascara and be right back. Here's that eye fully done and I really like it, but I mean, again, this is one of my favorite palettes and I've done this look so many times, so I knew I was gonna love it. But moving on to this eye, and then I'll do my other go-to look with this palette, which is using these like, I don't know, maroonish colors. It almost matches my shirt, except it's like a warm, toastier version. Anyway, these colors, and then I'm gonna deepen it up with this shade. Yeah, and I'm gonna try not to block my face, which I feel like I do pretty much every time I try to film while doing my makeup. But yeah, if anyone like actually did have any specific questions that you wanted me to answer about like my move or my life in general recently, because I know I'm always quite secretive about things, you can definitely ask me, but I didn't think anyone would, so I wasn't planning on doing a Q&A about it. Again, just like the last eye, I'm using that pinched brush with that same matte shade on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take this deep brown matte, and I know I said before that I do like using metallics on my outer corner. I don't do that every time. I just do it if I have a shade in that palette, but I don't go like searching for something like that. But I don't really want to do it with this look because this is like pretty much the exact same depth as this shade, so it wouldn't really have a deepening effect. So I'm just taking this dark brown matte and trying to be careful with it because I'm using this like gigantic brush and I'm already regretting it. I just took that same dark brown shade on my lower lash line on that same pencil brush, just like I did on this eye. And now again, I'm gonna put that NYX glitter primer on this eyelid, and then I'm gonna go in with that, like, I don't know how to describe it, like maroonish, burgundy-ish, berry-ish metallic. This is so pretty. And every time I do this look, it just reminds me of like the first time I ever used this palette, like right after I got it, because this is one of the first like things, I'm not very articulate. This is one of the very first makeup products I ever bought. And I remember using it, I think it was April, because I bought this in the spring 2021 Sephora VIB sale. And I think it was like maybe a day or two later, I put this on, like pretty much this exact look, went out at like 7 a.m. to get coffee. And this was back before I wore foundation, so I like was Literally just wearing this on my eyes, super bold, probably not blended well at all. I was definitely wearing a mask, so you could probably like just see super bold eyes at 7 a.m. It's probably the first thing they saw. And not that it's a bad thing, it's just like, it's so funny to me. And I always remember every time I do this look. But again, I'm gonna put eyeliner and mascara and then I'll be back. Here's that final look. Don't look at my eyebrows actually. I just realized that. They're not good. They're not good. Yeah, I really need to pluck them. So if you can see them, close your eyes. But anyway, here are the two finished looks. I usually would put inner corner highlights with these, but because I don't have one in the palette and I don't really want to reach for something else, especially when it's across the apartment from me, all of my other makeup, I'm not going to do that right now, but I really like the way that these looks came out. Yeah, I just love this palette so much. Let me actually hold it up so you can see it one final time. But yeah, these are the final two looks and my 2 looks 1 palette for April with my Sephora collection I Love Bloom Dahlia palette. I'm gonna wash this off now and probably go to bed. Actually, I'm gonna pluck my eyebrows. But I'll take pictures of both of these so that you can see them on the screen. But yeah, hopefully this video wasn't too rusty. It's my first time filming in like nearly a week. And it's like a new setup and everything, so I'm so sorry if the audio is really bad. I'm sure editing me will be cringing and embarrassed, but I'll figure things out as soon as possible. But until then, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.